She acts cold, but she's dying for you inside. Hidden signs women use when they secretly like you. Modern Stoic. Love is not about how you feel. It's about how you make the other person feel. Unknown. Understanding the intricacies of attraction can be a challenge, especially when trying to decode the subtle cues women give off. Often, the signals they send are hidden beneath layers of cool indifference, leaving men to question whether the feelings are truly there or just an illusion. If you've ever found yourself puzzled by a woman's seemingly cold demeanor, yet sensed something more underneath, you're not alone. In this exploration of the silent signs women use when they secretly like you, we'll delve into the psychology of attraction and how modern Stoic philosophy can offer insight into these unspoken emotional landscapes. Prepare to discover the hidden signals that suggest she may be falling for you, whether or not she's showing it on the surface. Welcome to Blessing of Stoicism, where understanding the deeper layers of human emotion becomes a path to wisdom. Point 1. She creates situations where you can help her. She creates opportunities for you to be there for her, and you might not even notice it at first. Think about it, she could be dropping her pen or asking for help with a trivial task. Things that don't require much effort, yet are meant to reveal something about you. It's a subtle test, a way for her to see if you're the kind of man who steps up when needed. But don't be fooled. This isn't about whether she truly needs your help, but rather about how you respond. It's about showing up, being reliable, and offering support without expecting anything in return. This is where the modern Stoic approach comes in. The blessing of Stoicism teaches you to remain calm, composed, and ready to act when called upon, without getting entangled in the drama or making it about you. When she's testing you with these small requests, it's not the act itself that matters, it's your attitude. You must offer help effortlessly, with no strings attached, as a display of your integrity and character, not because you expect her to acknowledge it or give you something back. Don't rush or make her feel uncomfortable with your eagerness. Be composed, confident, and genuinely concerned about her well-being. That's how you show you're a man who's not only capable of handling small tasks, but also understands the deeper emotional needs women have, and that's what will set you apart. The blessing of Stoicism allows you to approach these situations with patience, empathy, and strength, without getting swept away by expectations or overthinking the interaction. This subtle act of assistance can create a deeper connection, one that goes beyond mere physical help to something more meaningful. Remember, it's not about fixing her problems, it's about showing you care and doing it without any need for validation. Be the calm in her storm, the man who is steady, unshaken, and willing to help. When you do this, you'll see her interest grow, not because you solved her problem, but because you showed up in a way that demonstrated your worth, your self-control, and your genuine care for her. That's the modern Stoic way of showing love and attraction. Point 2. She remembers the small details you mention. Here's a golden nugget of wisdom straight from the old Stoic philosophy. Attention is a gift. It's one thing to talk, but it's another to listen, and to listen well. When a woman remembers the tiniest details you've shared, whether it's a fleeting story, your favorite snack, or something as simple as the color of your childhood bicycle, take note. She's not just passing the time, she's keeping track of your life, even when you don't realize it. This is a clear sign that she's paying attention to you, valuing your words like precious currency. These are not the details that most people notice or care to remember, but she does. Her ability to recall these small tidbits tells you a lot about her feelings. She's tuned into the frequency of your life. That's not just interest, that's care. She's showing you that she's mentally invested. And that's a rare and special thing. Don't dismiss this as coincidence. It's not about how you mentioned how much you enjoy spicy food last week. It's about how she brings it up a month later, casually dropping it into conversation. It's a sign of emotional engagement, a subtle yet undeniable clue that she's interested in you. Not just the surface-level stuff, but the deeper personal details that make up who you are. In the language of Stoicism, this is the blessing of Stoicism in its purest form, a quiet, deliberate focus on what matters, no matter how small. But here's where the old Stoic mindset can guide you further. Don't be caught off guard. It's easy to brush it off as flattery or coincidence. But remember, when she remembers those little details, it's a sign. This is where most men make the mistake of underestimating the emotional connection. Don't let that happen to you. Acknowledge it. Don't act surprised or brush it off with a quick laugh. A woman who remembers your favorite ice cream flavor isn't trying to flatter you. She's forming a deeper bond. This is your cue to embrace that emotional connection. Use it as an opportunity to connect even further, show appreciation. And most importantly, show her that you are equally invested in remembering the little things about her. This isn't just about making her feel heard. It's about recognizing the language of connection and responding accordingly. She's offering you a window into her feelings. Take it. You must respond with intention. The Stoic wisdom here is simple. Take everything seriously. Pay attention to what matters, and respond thoughtfully. The more you engage, the deeper the connection becomes. This is where Stoicism meets modern romance. It's about cultivating mindfulness, appreciating the small details, and using that awareness to deepen the relationship. Don't just look at the surface, dive deeper, and you'll discover the subtle signs that she's not just interested but invested. Point 3. She gives you subtle compliments but doesn't overdo it. You must recognize the signs when a woman secretly likes you, especially if she acts cold or distant, hiding her true feelings beneath a carefully crafted exterior. One of the subtle signs that reveals her interest is when she gives you compliments. Genuine, but never overwhelming. Rather than showering you with praise, she'll drop small, understated compliments about your appearance, intelligence, or the way you carry yourself. These remarks are carefully chosen to test your reaction. She's not trying to overwhelm you or make things too intense too soon. Instead, she's probing to see if you're confident enough to handle this attention without becoming insecure or overreacting. This is where you must show your strength. Don't get too excited or excessively flattered. Accept her compliments with grace and poise. Remember, Stoic lessons teach us to maintain calm, regardless of external influences. Marcus Aurelius often spoke about how true power comes from inner calm, from not allowing the external world to control our emotional state. Life demands this type of emotional control. When you manage your responses, you become unshakable. Women, especially those who feel vulnerable in expressing affection, test your emotional resilience. If you can take compliments without letting them sway you, you show that you're grounded, that you don't need validation to feel secure in yourself. This isn't just about love. It's about mastering your life. The Stoic life teaches us that we are in control of our emotions, not the other way around. Your ability to receive compliments with ease and without overreaction signals maturity and self-assurance, qualities that women find attractive. That is how you build attraction, not by overthinking every word she says, but by remaining steadfast and unfazed. Life is full of challenges, and the more you practice Stoic discipline, the more you will find that emotional control is key. Don't let your emotions dictate your actions. Instead, master your inner world, and everything else will follow. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, comment below, and share it with someone who could benefit from this wisdom. Remember to subscribe for more insights. Comment to remember, I am emotionally resilient and grounded. This statement reflects the Stoic principle of emotional control, reminding you to stay composed and unshaken, no matter what life or love throws your way. Point 4. She's cold in public but secretly notices every time you looked at her and didn't flinch. When she acts cold in public, don't mistake it for disinterest. She's likely testing you. Many men make the mistake of interpreting her cool demeanor as a sign to back off, to retreat into themselves and distance themselves from the situation. They assume that because she's not warm or engaging in public, she's not interested, and in doing so, they fail to realize the underlying truth. Her behavior isn't a rejection, it's an invitation. It's a challenge to see how you handle her emotional distance. When she gives you that cold exterior, she's not trying to push you away. She's testing whether you have the emotional strength to remain unaffected, to stand strong in your sense of self, and to not be swayed by her public display. This is where many men fail, but you must see this moment as an opportunity. You must recognize that your emotional response is yours to control, and it's in these moments of challenge that your true strength will shine through. The Stoic life teaches us one undeniable truth: our emotions are our responsibility, and we are the masters of them. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. This principle should guide you in moments like these. When she looks at you coldly, when she acts as if she couldn't care less, don't take it personally. Instead, respond with strength, poise, and an unshakable inner calm. You must show her that her coldness doesn't affect you. You must remain steady, calm, and unaffected by her behavior. The secret is simple: keep acting as if nothing has changed. Keep moving through the world with your confidence intact. Don't make a spectacle of it. When she notices you, acknowledge her with subtle eye contact. Don't look for her approval. Don't seek her validation. You are not performing for her. You are demonstrating to yourself and to her that you are secure, emotionally grounded, and unaffected by her outward display. You are, in essence, proving that you are consistent and emotionally resilient, qualities that are at the heart of Stoic lessons. Don't allow her exterior to throw you off course. Her public coldness isn't a sign to back down. It's a test to see if you can stay grounded, to see if you can stay true to who you are. Even when the outside world, including her, may try to throw you off balance. She's not necessarily rejecting you. She's testing your emotional consistency, your ability to remain steady in the face of her challenge. In modern life, we are constantly bombarded with distractions, temptations, and challenges that test our emotional resilience. But it's in these moments of pressure that we must rise. It's when the world expects us to falter that we must stand tall. This is where you can excel, by not being shaken by her coldness, by showing that you are a man who remains steadfast. Regardless of external circumstances, you must master this. As you develop this emotional control, you will see how it impacts every aspect of your life, not just relationships. The Stoic way of life teaches us that we must remain unaffected by the opinions of others, that we are to control our reactions and cultivate inner peace. Remember, in these moments, your challenge is not to win her over through force or emotional reactions. Your challenge is to demonstrate your emotional fortitude, to show that you cannot be swayed by her demeanor. This is a powerful test, and the true reward is not just her attention, it's the mastery of your own emotional state, the victory of emotional consistency. Don't back down. Stay the course. The ability to remain stoic in the face of emotional tests is what makes a man truly unshakable. Point 5. She acts interested but doesn't follow up immediately. When it comes to understanding a woman's behavior, especially if she's showing interest but isn't immediately following up, there's a crucial point that modern Stoic men need to grasp. It's not about being ignored, it's about being tested. If she texts you or calls, yet leaves you hanging for a while, don't take it as a sign of disinterest. Instead, realize that this pause is deliberate, a quiet observation of how you handle uncertainty. This is where the blessing of Stoicism comes into play. A modern Stoic knows that patience is strength. You must show her that you're not only emotionally stable, but that you're comfortable in your own skin, independent of her responses. Women, especially those who are genuinely interested, often want to see how you react in these moments. Do you get anxious, chasing after her with impatient texts, or do you remain calm, self-assured, and unbothered? Don't fall into the trap of overthinking or feeling the need to flood her with messages to fill the silence. The real test is not her silence, but your ability to remain cool under pressure. You must trust that being emotionally secure is infinitely more attractive than seeming desperate for her attention. That is the mark of a man who understands the blessing of Stoicism, a man who stands strong, who does not rely on external validation to feel complete. Be the kind of man who is confident in his own worth, whether she responds in minutes or hours. When you stop seeking validation through constant communication, you communicate something far more powerful. You're the kind of man who is not ruled by emotions or needy for reassurance. This is the essence of a modern Stoic, the ability to remain steady, grounded, and at peace regardless of external circumstances. So next time she takes her time to respond, don't sweat it. Instead, breathe deeply, relax, and remember you're not just waiting. You're proving your worth by being the calm in the storm. Point 6. She downplays her interest in you but mirrors your energy with surgical precision. In the modern world, many men fail to grasp the subtle but powerful signs that women give when they secretly like you. One of the most telling behaviors is when she downplays her interest in you, yet mirrors your energy with laser-like precision. This is where most men go wrong. They misinterpret her subtlety as disinterest and, as a result, back off, assuming she's not into them. The truth is, if she's mirroring your tone, your movements, even your habits, she's emotionally engaged with you, even if she's not vocalizing it. Don't fall into the trap of thinking her actions are neutral. Every little detail matters. You must be keen, aware, and attuned to the fact that she's showing you she's interested, even if it's not in an overt, obvious way. This isn't a game. It's a sign that she's emotionally invested, just choosing a more Stoic approach to express it. By embracing Stoic lessons, you understand the value of observing, of reading between the lines, and not reacting too quickly or impulsively. Be patient and focus on what's in front of you. Remember the teachings of Marcus Aurelius. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Don't mistake silence or restraint for lack of affection. This is her way of testing the waters. She wants to know you can handle this subtle dance without crumbling or overreacting. If you want to master this, you must mirror her Stoic mindset, maintaining your own composure, never allowing her actions to rattle you. Keep your cool. Look for those quiet signs. Don't let them slip away. She may not speak it loudly, but her actions, her subtle gestures are screaming that she's already into you. Stay alert, be proactive. In the Stoic life, patience is power. By staying grounded and aware, you become the man who can read the signs, act decisively, and turn those subtle signals into victory. You must not lose your confidence. Let self-doubt creep in, or let the uncertainty make you second-guess yourself. Instead, trust your instincts, your ability to read the situation and maintain control. This is your opportunity to dominate your own life, navigate these hidden signals, and build a deep connection. That is how you take command of this interaction, turning it into an undeniable win. Keep pushing forward with strength and determination, and you'll be amazed at the results. If you found this insight valuable, like, comment below, and share it with someone who needs to understand the subtle signs of attraction. Don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom. Comment to remember patience and observation. Turn subtle signs into undeniable victories. Point 7. She makes you work for her attention. If she's truly interested, she'll make you work for her attention. And that's not a bad thing, far from it. It's a test of your persistence, your resolve, your commitment. She's not playing hard to get. She's ensuring that you're genuinely invested. If you're truly serious, you'll rise to the occasion and prove your worth. Life isn't about getting things handed to you on a silver platter. It's about putting in the work. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is precisely what she's doing. She's setting the challenge, and your response will determine whether you're worthy of the prize. She won't make it easy, because easy comes with no value. She's testing your fortitude, your ability to endure and to pursue with purpose. So, what should you do? You must be patient, yet determined. Show her your seriousness, but avoid being overbearing. Let your actions speak louder than your words. The Stoic life isn't about constant, overwhelming effort. It's about consistent, meaningful effort. A man who knows what he wants, who respects boundaries, and who remains calm under pressure commands respect. Don't be someone who gives up at the first sign of resistance. There's nothing powerful in that. The world respects those who push forward with calculated persistence. Look at life like Marcus Aurelius did. He didn't falter when faced with challenges. He saw every challenge as an opportunity to grow stronger, to become better. In modern life, this principle is more applicable than ever. Don't chase her out of desperation. Instead, chase her because you recognize the value in her and are willing to demonstrate your commitment through action. Don't let your ego take over and think you can win her with simple charm or flattery. Show her your strength not through grand gestures but through consistency, through thoughtfulness, and through actions that prove your genuine interest. As a modern Stoic, you must always remain calm, composed, and aware. Every move you make should have purpose. Don't be reckless. Don't be impulsive. Take your time, understand her boundaries, and respect them. The greatest lesson from Stoicism is that you cannot control everything around you, but you can control how you react to it. When she makes you work for her attention, your response should be steady, measured, and thoughtful. It's easy to fall into the trap of feeling that if you don't get her attention immediately, you're not good enough. But remember, life is a series of tests. If you can't handle this small challenge, what will happen when bigger tests come your way? What will happen when life demands more from you? The essence of Stoic lessons is about developing inner strength to handle adversity with grace. Every time she seems distant or doesn't respond right away, think of it as an opportunity for growth. Don't chase her like you're desperate for validation. Instead, show her you're someone who commands respect and will not fold at the first sign of resistance. In modern life, people often rush into things, thinking they're entitled to instant results. Don't be that person. When it comes to relationships, the best things in life are earned, not given freely. And this applies here. Be someone who understands the value of earning her attention, someone who knows what it takes to be truly invested. Marcus Aurelius also reminds us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Don't just talk the talk. Show through your actions that you are a man of discipline, respect, and persistence. So if she's making you work for her attention, don't back down. Don't get discouraged. Instead, step up. Step into the challenge. Be strong. Be patient. But most importantly, be a man who is willing to earn what he desires in life. Just like the Stoic, you will become stronger through your challenges. And when the moment is right, she will recognize your efforts and respond accordingly. The Stoic way isn't about playing games, it's about mastering your own life, being disciplined in your approach, and knowing that what is earned is always more valuable than what is given freely. Keep pushing forward, and let her see that you are a man who can handle whatever comes his way, both in love and in life. Point 8. She shares personal stories in a roundabout way. When a woman is drawn to you but acts distant or aloof, it's often because she's testing your awareness and emotional intelligence. She may not come out and say it, but instead, she'll weave her feelings into personal stories or anecdotes. These aren't just random tales, they carry deeper meaning. She's revealing subtle clues about her thoughts on relationships, her past experiences, and her desires. These stories, while seemingly casual, are her way of seeing if you're astute enough to pick up on the signs. Women want to know if you're emotionally intelligent enough to read between the lines. In modern life, many men miss these cues. They get distracted by surface-level interactions and fail to dig deeper. Don't make that mistake. When she shares personal stories, pay attention, not just to what she says, but to what's left unsaid. In the world of Stoic lessons and philosophy, the ability to read beyond the obvious is essential. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Similarly, the signals a woman sends may appear to be barriers to clear communication, but they are actually opportunities for you to prove your awareness and emotional mastery. You must listen attentively, not only to her words, but also to the emotions that linger behind them. This is a critical Stoic life lesson. It shows that you're not just reacting on the surface, but engaging with her on a deeper level. You must be patient, observant, and emotionally present. Just as the Stoic principles teach us to be calm and measured in the face of challenges. The more you can demonstrate this, the more you will create a strong connection. Don't settle for a shallow response or an easy answer. Let the story she shares guide you to the real meaning. This requires mental discipline and emotional intelligence, two traits that every Stoic strives to master. And when you do, you show her that you're not just someone who listens, but someone who understands. You're not just another guy in her life. You're the man who can decode her emotions and respond with depth. Remember, don't wait for her to make it obvious. Go deeper. Your attentiveness will speak louder than words. You must master this. This is your key to unlocking her heart. Point 9. She shows interest in your hobbies or interests. When a woman acts like she's distant, cold, or even aloof, don't be fooled. Beneath that icy exterior, she's likely harboring a strong interest in you, one she's simply not ready to fully express. It's like the classic modern Stoic, holding everything inside, pretending to be indifferent but secretly feeling the storm brewing within. If you're paying attention, the signs are there, subtle but undeniable. Take note of the way she engages with your hobbies or interests. She might not come out and say it, but she'll ask questions about the things you love, whether it's your favorite sport, movie, or even a quirky activity you've mentioned before. It's her way of gauging whether your worlds can align. A little test to see if the things that matter to you can matter to her too. She might ask, "What's your go-to weekend activity, or do you have a favorite sports team?" It's not idle curiosity. It's a silent invitation to let you into her world and see if there's room for you in hers. So what should you do with this first and foremost? Don't make the mistake of overthinking or pushing too hard. Don't bombard her with your passions like a sales pitch. Instead, be genuine. Share your interests openly, but don't demand that she like them. Don't make her feel obligated to join in your world just because you're passionate about it. The blessing of Stoicism teaches us to be detached from results, to not need validation from others. And this mindset applies here too. Simply enjoy the experience, whatever it may be, and let things unfold naturally. If she's really interested, she'll find her own way into your passions. Just focus on being true to yourself, and don't try to control the narrative. That is the essence of modern Stoic wisdom. Being present without expectation. Keep your cool, share what excites you, and allow the relationship to develop on its own terms. Free from pressure. Remember, her subtlety isn't a sign of disinterest. It's a clue that she's testing the waters, figuring out if there's genuine chemistry. So be confident, be patient, and embrace the process. By staying calm and unhurried, you embody the essence of a modern Stoic. Calm in the face of uncertainty, understanding that the best things are worth waiting for. Keep your attention on the shared moments, and let her come to you at her own pace. And if you find today's content very interesting, please give me a word of encouragement by commenting "very interesting" in the comments section. That is a huge motivation for us. Thank you. Point 10. She's playing the long game, understanding her subtle strategies for building emotional connection. This is something most men miss, but once you get it, everything changes. The mistake many men make is rushing things, believing that quick connections lead to real attraction. Don't rush it. Women, when genuinely interested, want a lasting emotional connection, not a quick fling. Be patient and show her you're someone who's capable of long-term commitment, not just chasing a fleeting moment. This is where Stoicism comes in. Embrace the Stoic life. Don't rush or force things. Let them unfold naturally. The long game demands patience and maturity, something women deeply appreciate. It's not just about winning her attention, but her trust and affection. Instead of moving fast, take your time to build a meaningful bond. That is how you win her heart. You must be steady, grounded, and consistent. The Stoic lessons teach us that true emotional connections take time to build. In a world that values speed, you must stand out by showing you're not in a hurry, but instead, focused on creating something deep and lasting. The more patient and committed you are, the more she'll recognize your value. Be the man who understands this. That's the long game that pays off. Point 11. She tests your reactions to other women. Have you ever been in a situation where she casually mentions another woman, or worse, she brings up her past relationships, perhaps with a little too much detail? It can feel like a jab, right? Maybe it even stings a bit, like she's testing your waters. Is she fishing for jealousy? Perhaps she's probing your sense of security. Whatever the case, it's a sign that she's interested, but not in the way you think. Women are complex creatures, and they often use these subtle tests to evaluate the kind of man you are. Let me be clear, this is not about the women she's talking about. It's about how you react. When she brings up other women, she is not just talking about them, she's measuring you. This is a test to see if you're emotionally stable, if you're confident enough not to be rattled by the thought of her having a history or the potential for competition. Think of it as a challenge she's throwing your way, one that only the wise and emotionally mature can handle. So what should you do in these moments? Do not fall into the trap of jealousy or insecurity. I know it's tempting. It's easy to want to prove how much she means to you by showing how annoyed you are by the mere mention of other women. But that would be a mistake. A big one. What you must remember is this: confidence is key. You must show her that your interest in her is not dictated by the presence or absence of other women. Your worth does not fluctuate based on the competition. Take a deep breath. Relax. In moments like these, the blessing of Stoicism is invaluable. The old Stoic wisdom teaches us to control our emotions and reactions. You must remain composed. Keep your cool. Respond with calm confidence, as though you couldn't care less about what other women are in the picture. Be the man who is unshaken by external factors. Your actions will speak louder than any words you could say. Don't let jealousy take the wheel. This is a defining moment for you. If you show her you can handle these situations without getting flustered, she will begin to see you as a man of depth and emotional intelligence. In her eyes, you won't just be another guy reacting to every little thing. You'll be the man who is grounded, who embodies the ancient Stoic principle of mastering one's emotions in the face of chaos. That is what she's looking for. Not an insecure, jealous man, but someone who can stand firm, unshaken. Someone who knows that his worth doesn't depend on competition or comparison. In Stoicism, we learn to see challenges as opportunities for growth. When faced with such a test, you have the chance to show her the true strength of your character. What should you do instead of making a mistake? Stay calm. Show that you are not affected. Stand tall, with confidence radiating from you. Don't be the man who gets caught in the emotional traps of jealousy and insecurity. Be the man who knows that his value is not determined by other people's opinions, nor by the actions of those around him. The blessing of Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control. And in these moments, the only thing you can control is your response. Don't get bogged down by what she says or what she does. The reality is, no matter how much she talks about other women, your value in her eyes comes down to how you handle this challenge. Show her that you are the rock, steady and unmoved. Be the man who doesn't let petty tests affect him. In doing so, you will not only pass the test but rise above it, embodying the timeless wisdom of the old Stoic. In the end, it's not about the other women. It's about showing her who you truly are. Your reaction to these subtle tests will speak volumes about your character. Stay calm, stay composed, and above all, stay confident. She'll see it, and she'll respect it. If you're still with me, you're already standing out. Most men would falter, letting jealousy cloud their judgment. But you understand the power of emotional control and calm confidence. Now, show the world what you're made of. Comment below, "I stand unshaken no matter the test." Hey, thanks so much for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful and that it gave you some valuable insights into the often subtle and hidden signs women use when they secretly like you. It's always interesting to realize that sometimes what we see on the surface doesn't tell the whole story. Women often have their own ways of expressing attraction. Sometimes they act a little cold, but deep down, there's a lot more going on. Recognizing those little signs can really help you understand the dynamic better. Now, here's a piece of advice. While picking up on these signs is great, the most important thing is to not overthink them. Sometimes it's easy to read too much into small gestures or actions. It's also crucial to remember that everyone expresses feelings differently. One person might give off clear signs, while another may keep things under wraps. The key takeaway: be patient, observe, and also communicate. Ask open-ended questions and make space for honest conversations. This will give you a deeper understanding and help avoid unnecessary confusion. If you're ever feeling uncertain, don't hesitate to just ask. It's much better to be clear about where things stand rather than guessing and overanalyzing. Remember, relationships, whether romantic or not, are built on trust, openness, and understanding. So take your time, be observant, but most importantly, stay true to yourself. Before you go, we've got another video for you that we think you'll really enjoy. It's right there on your screen, so make sure to check it out next. We'll be back tomorrow with even more valuable insights to help you in your personal growth, relationships, and navigating life. Until then, take care, stay confident, and we'll see you soon.